Hey guys, well, you saw my post if you looked about doing a 915 for a military unit. It happens to be the unit I'm assigned to because I'm in the military. And I haven't been doing a bunch of posts and stuff on this, but this is the build so far. And it doesn't look like a whole lot until you realize all these pieces here move, including the pitman arm. So I just wish it was going to be attached to the steering column, because that would make it that much better. So as I go along, I'm going to start posting more of these. I will even show you my mistakes when I make them, because I'm human just like you are. Just to give you an example of one of the things I've got to do. This is just suspension and engine parts. So this is going to be this is a fun build. Here's all your parts for the cab. This is a door, this is a door, this is the windshield. This is supposed to be the back of the cab, because this particular model has a sleeper on it. But the 915 doesn't have a sleeper. It's a day cab. So what I'm going to have to do is the back panel of the sleeper is right here. It has a window in it. It has a window to be cut in it, because lo and behold, the 915's got a back window. So what I'm going to have to do, either take that one or take this, which is the actual back of the cab, and use the outline of it on some styrene that I've got, because I have bought sheet styrene now for building, for just for the purpose of making parts that is going to enable me to make that back piece and make it correct. But yeah, it's 915 doesn't have a sleeper on it. We wish it did, trust me, because it's one of the trucks that I drive. But this thing is very highly detailed. It has surprised me so far at the details that it has on it. I mean, even the attachment points and the hinges for the springs are correct. The little rubber tits on those are correct. It's a FL120, which means it's 120 inches from the nose of the trailer, from the nose of the truck to the back of the door. It's a fiberglass hood. One thing that I will show you guys along the way is when you do if you do something like this and you've got to change it a little bit, because the 915 doesn't have chrome tanks at all. So you've got to take and sand the chrome to make it disappear from the tanks, so that when you paint them, the paint will stick. It's a pain in the butt, but it's something you gotta do. I've got an upcoming build for a model competition. It's called the Heavies Group Build. It's on Instagram. But I'm going to be doing a B-24. I'm going to be doing a B-24J called a Devil in His Tail. A Dragon in His Tail, I'm sorry. And it was flown in World War II in the Pacific Theater. And it literally has nose art on it. It goes from the back of the turret and the nose all the way to the tail planes. I have the set for it. I'm doing this before I do that because I'm also involved in a German Army build, and I'm doing this little guy for the German Army build. And as you can see, I've got it very highly detailed because I'm also going to be putting it in a diorama to show it off a little bit. I don't know how well you can see it, but I'll move my light a little bit. I even have soot from the exhaust, because the exhaust is vented sideways into these openings. And I don't know if you can see down in there and see the soot on the outer wall and in here on both sides, because that's where the exhaust is. If you look, you can barely see the exhaust down in there. I'm trying to get some light on it. See it right there. And then you go over here. This is something that I can show you guys because this just shows like your tracks and stuff. They drag the bottom if they go through a mud hole, and everywhere there's a lip under there, they will have mud on them. Partially because I know this, this has been done to this one, but I know it because I started out in mechanized infantry with M2 Bradleys. So unfortunately, I know all too well about crawling under the track with a hose and blasting all that crap out of the back of the road wheels and out of the suspension and everything. That's the reason it's all in there, all caked up in here, and it's all up in through there. It's just hard to see because I've got the armor on. But I'm going to build a diorama with this, and I'll show you guys the diorama. But this is what I'm working on. I've built a few things that I haven't shown you guys at all. Some stuff I've been doing on the side. One of which is I've got a new bench. As you can tell, you can see it. You saw me move the light, which is sweet. This light is great because it's bright as all get out. It's got 3 sections. I've got another light over here behind me on this section, and I got a magnifier that's about that big that I can mount right here and position right here where I can use it, and it's, you know, on off. It's just a clamps it down there, and it's a 12x magnifier, so when I'm trying to paint something real little, I can actually see it now, because unfortunately I wear bifocals. So I will admit to you guys that I am retiring from the military because I'm too damn old to be doing this crap anymore. But you know how it is. But I've talked to you guys about my stash of stuff that I have in my repertoire that I use. This will give you an idea. There's 4 airbrushes. That makes number 5. The pliers. This is a spare set of cutters. This is my primary set of cutters. Round sanding sticks. Tweezers. This is a neat thing that I found. It's got a sponge in it, and you put water in it. If you look to the side, you can see the line of water. This is for doing decals. You lay the decal on there, and the sponge soaks through the water, and you don't have to have it in the water like this, where it floats off and you lose it in the water. This is a neat little rack that I found on Amazon for paint. And it just slides right in. I'm using the sides of it for that. I got more paint than is worldly needed, but this is all the containers for my airbrushes. This is a Dremel toolkit. I've got a battery powered Dremel that it's got the base. The base normally sits over here. I've got it someplace else because I was using it over there, and it's got the long line. That's the reason I've got this set up with a light here and this light here with the 3 sections. These are maneuverable, so you can, if I need focused light right here, or if I need to see my paints, which is what I usually do, This is the bench. And it's even got my air compressors down there for my airbrush. And there's LED lighting under here, which kind of makes it easier to see stuff. So, welcome to the new bench. Welcome to Copperhead Modeling on Instagram, if that's where you're picking it up at, or on YouTube. I'm waiting to see if the military approves TikTok again, because as of right now, it's still not allowed. So once I get back on TikTok, it'll be a lot easier to find me. Well, you guys have a good night. And remember, build them like you want them, because that's the only way you'll be satisfied with them. Until next time.